Greetings everyone, Charlene here. Just got back from the gym. Send parenting tales. It's like every day there's just a new chapter. I think if I had the energy I would post daily. But yeah, I just, getting up at this time and going to the gym is like literally, it's like a lifeline. And it's funny because when I was thinking about it, I thought, is this what it's called, a lifeline? Because obviously I think I associate a lifeline with what somebody gives to you, but obviously I'm giving this to myself. So is it still considered a lifeline? But it's a lifeline because the time I have in the morning at the gym before the sun rises is like so sacred and important. Like, I can't even articulate how important it is. I just woke up feeling so heavy today because just had a big situation with Scotty again, and oh God, it's just like he's just come to a point now. As I said, I'm not sure if it's hormonal. I would assume it's hormonal, but who knows? Maybe that's just how he's evolved. He, what did he do? Something I can't even think. He was just like destroying the house as always. Yeah, it's like we've come to a point where he just has nothing in his room. His room is just bare. The walls are bare. He just got a chest of drawers and a bed because he's broke about 5 TVs. You buy him a TV, we've put them on the wall, put them on a chest of drawers, tried all different locations for them in his room. He just breaks them. He's had about 6 iPads, breaks them. And I don't mean like just a little crack, I mean like obliterates, like they're just broken, all shattered. So, and when you're just at a point like, because someone was saying to me, oh, why don't you, I need to turn off this music. I'm like, oh, why don't you get them insured? Which we did, that was happening. But then it's like, how long does this continue? Because I think the last one he did, it wasn't even a month that he had it and he shattered it. So what, monthly now we should be replacing? It's just crazy. So anyway, with that, we have this issue where he will come and watch TV in the living room, which is fine. I'll give him his time in the living room. So see, like I know I've come back. He would be in the living room waiting for me to give him the remote control, because I don't leave the remote control out, because otherwise he'll come down as soon as he hears me leave for the gym. So Leon is sleeping, so he doesn't often hear him when he gets up. But yeah, he would come down. So I've taken the remote control away and he'll be there waiting. So because he's now in the living room, I just leave him to it, because he just watches music constantly and I'll just stay in my room and watch TV. So yesterday about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I want to come downstairs now. Leon is actually off work, my husband, because he's feeling unwell. So he's been off for the week. So there's just there's no sanctuary in the house at all for me. If I'm in the bedroom, he's in there sick, and obviously I'm just like, I'm running from the sickness, running because I don't want to get sick. So so yeah, he's been down the stairs from 6 a.m. It's now 3 p.m. I'm like, right, I want to come downstairs now. Scotty, I want to come downstairs. Everything's getting banged, thrown. It's not fair. You're mean to me. All the usual stuff that he will say. But yeah, I'll just ignore him. He goes. Then he comes down for his dinner. A bit later, about 6 or so. Because then what he'll do, he'll go upstairs and then he'll badger the twins. The twins have got their TV, and he'll badger them to play with him. They play this game called School, and he'll badger them. But you know, they don't want to play that all the time. But you know, like, he'll proper badger them anyway. Comes down for dinner. So they're in a habit, all of them do it. They're in a habit, after they have their dinner, they want some kind of dessert, some kind of sweet. So I buy these ice creams. They're like a cookie sandwich with ice cream in the middle. So I say to them, you can have one of those a day. So whether you choose to have that after lunch or after dinner is your choice. And then outside of that, if you want to have any other lolly or crisps or whatever, yogurt, that's fine, but it's just one of those, yeah. But oh no, you can't tell Scotty anything you tell him that is slightly oppositional to what he wants to do results in a meltdown. So he had his cookie sandwich, ice cream sandwich at lunchtime, and wanted another one at dinner. So I said no. So, you know, back to just say no. It's not always yes. So it's just no. And as well, with the whole thing with the smearing, what I spoke about, he just eats excessively. And the answer is just no. You know, you have to curb the eating. So that just resulted in a big meltdown. Him banging things. You know, we've got like a glass dining table, you know, banging it with his fists, throwing the chairs around, just, you know, swiping down things. You know, he'd already broke some of the slaps on the shutters. You know, Leon fixed them, fine. But you know, oh God, the PS5 is there. I'm thinking, right, that's gonna go down. Like, do you know what I mean? You're just sort of like holding yourself. You know, I have my washing there on the line, or like on the rack. Chucks that down. That's all bent now. You know, it's just a whole thing going on. So now poor Leon, he's in bed sleeping because he's sick. The boys shouting out, Leon, 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 because obviously when he gets like this now, I can't manage him. And I'm saying to him, go to your room, go to your room. He won't go. So Leon has to come and pick him up and take him to the room. So he's so heavy now. So, you know, even Leon, it hurt his back and everything. Anyway, got him upstairs, put him in the room. He's there shouting and carrying on and just everything. And then it's like, you know, I don't know, maybe after about half an hour or so, he comes out and says, I'm sorry, I want a hug. And like, obviously, I'm not in no hugging mood. And I just felt, I just wasn't in a hugging mood. And it's like, consciously, I know that I should give him a hug. Or is it subconsciously, I know I should be giving him a hug. But consciously, I'm still upset, you know? Anyway, didn't give him a hug. I even asked the boys to give him a hug. Nobody doesn't want to give him a hug, you know? And so I woke up this morning just feeling so heavy and just so guilty. Like, it's just, I don't even know what the aim of the story is, but the guilt, it just can be all consuming. So going to the gym and just having this time, it just goes far beyond fitness, because obviously I'd like to be in a place where you can have a meltdown, 5 minutes later you could get a hug, you know, but yeah, I'm just not there. I don't know if that's somewhere I'll ever get. How do you find it, you know? How, like, you know, just the constant stressful situation, and then you're supposed to then show love. You know, it's just really difficult. Anyway, I decided to lock the living room this morning when I went out to the gym, because again, I just feel like, are you going to go in there and start destroying things? I just don't know where your head's going to be when you wake up, but I'm not going to take that chance. So yeah, I've just got back now. I'm going to go and run. Yeah, I started off doing, my eldest son, he's a marathon runner. challenged me to do this running, always telling me to run. So yeah, I've started now. So I'm gonna go and do my little run. I only do like a kilometre. Yesterday I did 1.5. I'm just gonna build it up gradually. And then I'll give Scotty his hug, because every morning he hugs and says he loves me. So yeah, today's another day. But yeah, like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know how do you do that, or are you able to do that? Is there anybody out there who is able to experience those really high stressful meltdowns and then can just show love? Because it's something that I really struggle with. Like, it's something that I really struggle with, you know. Yeah, it's something I really struggle with. So yes, like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know, how do you tackle these situations? Because boy, it's like you need the patience of a saint. And yeah, I feel like the patience I have, though, my mum always says that as well. She doesn't know how I'm so patient. I feel like I have patience, but it's just so draining, really draining. And what I don't have the capacity to just immediately be loving afterwards, you know. So yeah.